So here we are again. It's almost Christmas time, and I wanted to make a few more videos on how to loosen a lot of these areas up yourself. Continuing on from where we left off. The last video was trying to mobilize that ankle joint, so now we want to move up a little bit and work on releasing the tissues of the lower leg. The best way I found to do that is to take a couple of balls and either tape them together or put them in a sock, or in this case I found these Yoga Plus balls that come with their own carrying case, which works really well too. So any way you want to do it to where you keep those together, so we can use that to kind of grind into those tissues, break up any of those tight, sore areas, will work really well. To start with, we're going to start way down low, right around the Achilles tendon, and work our way up. So we'll start with that on the floor, putting our weight on it. And to start with, you can just try, other foot on the floor, hands on the floor, raise your weight up and kind of roll back and forth. Working through those tissues. Anywhere where you find there's a nice sore tight spot, you can hold pressure into that and hold that till it feels like it releases, or you can kind of roll over that little area until it feels like it lets go, and then move your way up. You want to work all the way up into the large gastroc muscle as well, releasing the inside and the outside of that muscle, anywhere where you find that's tight. You want to keep working all the way up, even up into the back of the knee, where those tendons for that gastroc attach. So we want to work that whole area, finding anywhere where it's tight and tender, and trying to work and break those areas up. That's going to take a lot of pressure off that ankle to where we can start getting it moving again. Get some more mobility into that ankle joint. So to add more pressure to it, if this isn't enough, we can cross the legs using our own body weight. That usually gets in there a little bit deeper, a little bit more uncomfortable. If for some reason that's not enough for you, or you want to get in there even further, you can use a weight, either like a weight vest or a weight plate. Hi Soleil, you're making your starring appearance, are you? Okay, well, look out, pup. Alright, and that will add extra pressure to loosen those tissues as well. From there, we want to work the inside and the outside muscles. For that, we're going to use just a single ball. Get one of these out here. And so what we can do is we can cross that leg over, and we're just going to work right behind that big tibia bone, the shin bone there, trying to release those tissues right in that groove right behind that bone. So you can work, and you're just going to kind of mash that in there, working your way up. Anywhere where it's tight, you can hold pressure or roll back and forth once again, trying to release those. And work your way all the way up to that knee, trying to release all of that tension through there. For the outside part, we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to drop that onto the floor, into that groove, and use the floor as our resistance and drive into there, releasing those tissues once again. Usually the outside is going to be a little bit more tender. Of course, you've got a little bit more pressure on there as well. But you'll find a lot of adhesions and restrictions in that area. So you want to work those over really well. The tightest, most tender areas, you may have to spend a good 2 minutes or so on before it feels like it releases. You want to do this every day if there's restrictions in there, to get that released and moving, so we can get that motion back into that ankle. And like we talked about,